Hello everyone, welcome to another one in Phasmophobia. As I promised, I wanted to start off with all the difficult settings, so we're also gonna do it like a little beginner's guide for all our freshman ghost hunters, because at the beginning all the maps are locked. I think you will only be able to go to Tanglewood, and you will only have the starter equipment you see here on the list. This is your equipment. And now we'll have a look at, no, I wanted the presets. We'll have a look at the amateur settings, because you can only play on amateur. The starting sanity will be 100. The pills will restore 40. You can buy the pills in the store as soon as you earn some money. They are right here. This is the description. You can pause and read it. And the sanity drain speed will be on 1. You will be able to sprint for 3 seconds. Recharge time is 5 seconds. You'll be at 100% speed. You will have flashlights and you will lose your items on death. The ghost will be as fast as you, but it will accelerate if it sees you when it's hunting. The roam frequency is medium. It doesn't change its favorite room. High interaction amount, event frequency low. Friendly ghost, if you put this on, it will go to 0. You can use that to explore maps, so you won't die. It will never hunt. If you want to scout out some maps, have a look at the maps, how they are, to learn them. Kills won't extend hunts. That means if you're playing on multiplayer and one of your teammates get killed, then the ghost won't extend the hunt, it will just stop hunting. You will have 3 evidence. You need 3 evidence to figure out the ghost. You will have 100% fingerprint chance, and they will last for 120 seconds, so for 2 minutes. The contract, we have a setup time on amateur. That means you have this 300 seconds, aka 5 minutes. To set up stuff. The ghost won't be able to hunt, even if it's a demon that could hunt at 100% sanity. The weather will be random. If you have heavy rain, for example, the heavy rain prevents you from using candles and lighters out of the house. And it will be a little bit noisy because of the thunder and stuff. You won't be hearing everything. That's why heavy rain is the most difficult weather. If it's windy, for example, it's okay. You can use the lighter and the candles anytime outside of the house, except on heavy rain. The doors will be closed at the beginning, so you will know when the ghost touched a door or opened a door. You will immediately know, okay, that must have been the ghost. It must be around this area. You have all the hiding places. You have sanity monitor, activity monitor. The fuse box is on at the beginning. That means you can turn on lights right as soon as you enter the house. But the ghost is able to cut the power, but except for the djinn is not able to cut the power. And you can see on the map where the fuse box is. You will have 1 cursed possession. It will be random, but I will show you as soon as I entered. So I'm gonna do this just like a beginner, a freshman. You will only have these items on the list. We're gonna hop into Tanglewood Drive, the first map you'll be able to play when you are at level 0 and starting with the game.
Alright, we're here.
Here we are.
The equipment and prepare accordingly before starting the investigation.
It's so strange without the rain sounds.
The possible ghost sighting.
Okay, the operator said we had ghost sightings. Here you have your setup time. That means in this time it will start as soon as you open the door. That means the ghost can't attack in this time. So you can switch the floors with these arrows by clicking on them. And the breaker is that green little thing. It's in the basement. And yeah, you can also see your teammates. If you are playing in multiplayer, you can see them walking around on the map. We need to escape during a hunt, repel with smudge, blow out a candle. We don't have these because we have only the starter equipment. So since it can't hunt right away, we're gonna enter with EMF, photocam and the flashlight. The first goal is Oh, it's snowing. Beautiful. The first goal is to find the bone and find the ghost. So we're gonna enter now. I know everyone will be scared at the beginning. I was scared too when I started in 2020 with the game. So we're gonna open the door. Now the timer starts running. Grab that key because you can turn off the car's alarm. And we have to look for the bone. We got all the hiding spots, which means here you can hide. You can hide in the other ones. No bone in here. Keep the lights on in the hallways. It will prevent your sanity from draining. Because the lower your sanity, the more likely is the ghost to hunt you. Did you hear that? It threw something. You need to listen really carefully. No bone in here, no cursed possession. So this is the procedure. You have to go open all the hiding spots so you can hop in case you need them. So where did you throw something? Was it in here? No, I think it was more near the kitchen area or living room area. And also keep an eye out for the bone every time. Take a photo of it, pick it up afterwards with E. It won't take a place in your inventory. So here the tarot cards can spawn. So it didn't throw anything here. You also have to keep an eye out for anything that's out of place, like stuff that has been thrown. You hear that? I think it's from over there. So the bone could also spawn beneath the table, unfortunately. But still, no bone. The mirror can spawn over there on the wall. So I'm gonna show you now the fuse box. It's right here in the basement this time. It could also spawn in the garage on this map. You can turn it off and on, and the ghost can also toggle it. And we have no Ouija board down here. Here's a hiding spot. You can hide like this. And here there could be a summoning cycle. It would look like a red pentagram with candles. And I think the ghosty and the bony is gonna be in the last room we're looking. So there's the bone. Oh, immediately EMF 5. But do you see that? It didn't touch anything around me. You see that? It didn't touch the door. I think it's a wave. I can explain it for you later. Because it just did an interaction without doing anything. And for the key, you need it for this car. You can also hide in here. Remember, if you're hiding with this, turn off the flashlight with T by default and your EMF, because ghost will be able to find you. If you have the cam out like this, the cam will attract the ghost. You can't turn it off by right-clicking on it. Right-clicking will only take a picture. So scroll it away or toss it out and turn off the lights. Keep the door shut. You can keep it with left click. Keep the door shut when the ghost is hunting. But we are on amateur, so I don't think it's gonna hunt. You see it through this hammer. You need to keep an eye out for stuff like that. If something looks like it's out of place, you can be sure the ghost is around this area. So I don't know where the cursed possession is. Wait a second. It could actually be in here. I didn't look for the music box. No music box. There was no summoning cycle, no Ouija board, no tarot cards. What else could be possible? The voodoo doll. Where's the voodoo? The voodoo doll can spawn in the garage, I think. So, we have just seen EMF 5. EMF 5 is an evidence. So, we're gonna put it into our book. You press J for journal and go on evidence. You can also see the photos. Here we have the bone. 3 stars means you have been close enough to the item or the interaction. So the further you are away from it when you're taking the picture, the lower the stars will be and the less money you will get. So always crouch if the bone is on the ground. If the bone is lying, for example, on a table like this one, you can take the picture right away without crouching. So we're gonna grab now some more evidence items. So the ghost is in the garage. It's this big area here. We're gonna head in. Oh, I forgot. It's amateur. I can actually sprint. I usually never use sprint. Sorry, guys. I'm so used to my difficulty setup. Yeah, voodoo doll is there. So you can use the cam like this. By right clicking, you can activate night vision, and you can look through the ghost's room and to look for ghost orbs, but I don't see any. That would be small balls floating around. You can also place the camera and watch it from the truck, or one of your teammates can have a look. This is the dots projector. The ghost can walk through it, and it's not actually walking, it's more like an interaction. And you will see a silhouette of the ghost phasing through. Here, this is the voodoo doll. It's a cursed possession. If you use them, be careful and warn your teammates, because they can kill you. They drain your sanity, or they can trigger cursed hunts. Cursed hunts usually last longer than normal hunts. On amateur, I don't know what the hunt duration is. It's maybe 15 minutes or something like that. So now I suspect the ghost to be a wraith, because it did that EMF 5 and EMF 2 on top of me without interacting with stuff around me. So we're gonna check for spirit box and dots projector. What I have now is UV. You can use that if the ghost touches a light switch or a door. You can look through the doors like that, and if you see some fingerprints, you will know, okay, it's another evidence. And they will last, like I said, for 120 seconds. The spirit box, the lights need to be turned off every time you use it. I'm gonna grab the cam and the flashlight. The flashlight, it's no problem, you can leave it on, but the lights in the room must be off where the ghost is. Then you activate it by right clicking and use V to talk to the ghost. Where are you? Are you here? Are you close? Are you old? It could also be in here, because it interacted with stuff in here. Are you here? Where are you? Are you close? Are you old? Are you a child? What do you want? How old are you? Where are you? Okay, so it's maybe not a wraith. Remember to turn the lights back on if you want to keep your sanity as high as possible. So we could use the voodoo doll now. Oh, it just touched this door. You heard that? You hear that? It touched these doors. We got thingies, 2 thingies. So you can take a picture of these. If it's fast enough, you will have interaction, and afterwards fingerprints. These photos also give you some money. You can go with that EMF right to it and see EMF 2 at these doors. This is a normal interaction, EMF 2. If it throws something, it will be EMF 3, and if the ghost shows up, it will be EMF 4. So if it's a ghost event, if the ghost just appears somewhere and is singing or something like that, you can go to the ghost and you will have EMF 4. EMF 5 is only an evidence, and it has a 25% chance to toggle EMF 5 if the ghost does an interaction. So since the ghost is pretty close to this area, we're gonna put this like that, and we're gonna type in fingerprints. So it's not a wraith, and it touched the door. You hear that? You can go with that EMF to the door and another EMF 5. So it could actually be a djinn. And you see, here you are, the thingies. You can check both sides of the door. Usually they are here on these doors in the middle. So if you're taking a picture of the interaction or of the fingerprints, take a picture of the area where the fingerprints would be. You will learn this over time after having some thingies. So if the ghost turns off the lights, you will also see some thingies on the light switch, like one little finger touch or 2. So, I think we got a gin maybe? Because it hasn't turned off the breaker yet. And a djinn can drain a lot of sanity by using its ability. You will not notice, except you got the breaker in the same room and you have that EMF right next to it. And this is an EMF 5 spike. It hasn't used its ability yet on me, and we didn't have a ghost event yet. So it could also be a Goreo, Myling, or Backe. So we need to get some more evidence. You can also, if you don't know what the other evidences are, if you are like that now, you have 2 evidences, you're looking for the third, just try it like that. Okay, dots is still possible, ghost orb is still possible, spirit box is not possible anymore, so you don't have to try it anymore. Myling, ghost riding is still possible, and freezing would be for Jinn. You would be able to see your breath. But I don't think it's a Jinn, it's not freezing yet, so it could actually be a Goreo, because with the Goreo you can only see the dots on cam. So we gotta place those dots where the ghost is more active. I think the ghost is more active around this area, and yeah, let's place this over here. Okay. No riding yet, it touched the door again. You see, if the EMF is lying around there, you will hear it immediately. And you can see, again, fingerprints. So the fingerprints are appearing all the time, by the looks of it. I'm gonna show you how to use the voodoo doll. It's dangerous. Warn your teammates so they can leave the building or hide. If you hold it and you right click, it will spike in one of these pins, but it's random. If the pin goes into the heart, you will trigger a cursed hunt. So be always close to a hiding spot. If it spikes in any of the others, you will have 1 interaction in the ghost room. You see? That was the car. Let's do another one. Hope it's not the heart. Okay, maybe it tossed the mannequin around. It can interact with them. No, it didn't toss the mannequin. I don't know what interaction that was. But yeah, that's the way you use it. I don't want to trigger a cursed hunt now, because a cursed hunt will extend all the other hunts after it. So we're gonna turn off the lights. We're gonna sit in the truck now and watch the cam. And have a look for dots, because the Goreo, you can also, here in the tab ghost, you can have a look for the ghosts. There's a description. It says a Goreo will usually only show itself on camera if there are no people nearby, but that means it's regarding the dots. So Goreo can show up. So like for a ghost event and stuff like that. So we're gonna sit here. You see, we set up the cam so we can see the dots. And if we see a silhouette running through these dots, then we know it's a Goreo, because it's the last evidence we need. So let's be a little bit patient. Sometimes you need to be a little bit patient in this game and don't force everything, don't rush everything. You can try to rush and stuff like that, but I think the more patient way is the best way to play it. And as you can see, there's an Orby. This is a ghost orb. You see it floating from the car to the locker. This is an evidence, and it means we are dealing... Oh no, sorry, we are dealing with an Obake. That means we figured out the ghost. That's the way you can figure out the ghost as a beginner. And yeah, sanity is still high enough, so you don't need to be afraid. And you can just head out like that. And that would be the first successful mission. And after that you will unlock some maps. I don't know, I think it's Edgefield and Ridgeview. And you can proceed ghost hunting.
Welcome back. There's some jobs ready for you.
And as you can see, this is, for me, it's only little money, $45. Yeah. And you can also have a look into the detailed statistic. You will see your total time investigating. You will see everything the ghost did, how far it traveled, how many objects it moved, how many objects it used, doors moved, stuff like that. You can see everything. Bone location, utility room, we found it actually. And yeah, that's how your first playthrough in Phasmophobia could look like. So you got $45 now, for example, because we couldn't do the other objectives because we don't have the items for it. So you could go to the shop now and buy some stuff. For example, these smudge sticks, they can save your life when the ghost is hunting, but you need it in combination with a lighter. That means it would be $25 for one lighter and one smudge stick. As long as you survive the mission, as long as you are playing safe, you won't lose any equipment you are bringing with you in the mission. But if you die in the mission, if the ghost gets you, you will lose all your equipment you brought into that mission. So that means you can buy this, for example, if you buy 2 of them and 1 of these, but if you're only taking 1 of the smudgies with you and you die in that mission, you will only lose 1 lighter and 1 smudge stick, and the other one will be safe. Let's call it like that. And these items, you will have them all the time. So I hope it helped you a little bit for all our freshmen ghost hunters. We're gonna play next intermediate Tanglewood just to ramp it up step by step. So see you in the next one. Goodbye.